Hello guys, happy to meet you all again in a new video. This is our 189th episode, and as far as the book review is concerned, it is the 39th video. Okay, and today we are going to start a fresh chapter, that is chapter number 12, and the title given by Joseph Murphy is Scientists Use Their Subconscious Mind. So as soon as you see the title, don't close the video saying that I am not a scientist. It is for us. That's why I am taking so much of time, so much of pain to explain each and every example given here in this book. Okay, see, don't brush it aside saying that I am not a scientist. You may not be a scientist working in a laboratory at the global level, need not be, but see, you can bring about a lot of improvements in your own life, in the lives of people who are related to you, who are all in your family. Now you may have a lot of problems for which you may not know the answer. And when some of the great men could come out with many new discoveries and inventions depending on their subconscious mind, why can't we also do that? Why can't we do that? We can also very well do it. Okay, that is where this chapter or this video is helpful to you. So, see, this video and the next video, 189th and 190th video are the descriptions of the 12th chapter. So, in both the videos, I am going to give you plenty of examples as given by the author, Dr. Joseph Murphy, regarding the fact how the great men, not only scientists, see, though he has written the title as scientist, it doesn't confine to the scientists who work in the laboratories. It refers to so many people who are doing research in some line or the other of their own interest. Okay, now these are all are big men, all are famous people. Okay, all are philanthropists. They want to find out something which can be used by the society. They are doing something so that the whole humanity is helped by their inventions. Okay, that is how they work. So when they work like that on a larger scale, we can work on a smaller scale, at least for ourselves or for our family members. Isn't it? And that is what the whole chapter is about. So here he is giving a few examples. See, to begin with, you might have heard of many scientists, at least in your school days you might have learnt about some scientists like Thomas Alva Edison, Marconi, Albert Einstein, isn't it? Even an uneducated person who has not stepped into the school at all could have heard the name Einstein, Albert Einstein, Darwin C. So like that, thousands and thousands of scientists are there. Okay, and each one has come out with some invention in his line. And all these famous people, see, by scientists we don't see only the people who do research work in the laboratory. A person, a great musician, a person who has become very great in his own field, anybody for that matter. All these people have become famous. All these people have become, they have contributed something to the society. Okay, that's why we call them famous. They become famous because of their contribution. And all these people, invariably, they understood the power of their subconscious mind. So, all the insights what they have got and the know-how what they have learned, it is all from the subconscious mind. See, as a scientist or as a person who is doing some research, now you will have to seek help from so many people. From various departments you have to get helping hands, no doubt. But still, majorly, they depended on their subconscious mind to give them the directions as to how to proceed further. Okay, so we cannot do everything in a blindfolded way, isn't it? There should be some reasoning, there should be some support, there should be some evidence, isn't it? Now, how to get these evidences, how to connect these evidences, how to make a hypothetical law, and how to justify it. All these things, these are the directions. And all these directions are given to these great men only by their subconscious mind. They knew the power of the subconscious mind, so they resorted to asking help from the subconscious mind, and in all of them, his or her own subconscious mind has helped him or her. Okay, so when big shots can become famous like that, depending on the power of their subconscious mind, why not we? Why can't we do it? We are not going to do any global level research, at least for the person concerned and for his family members. He can do something by depending on the subconscious mind. That is what the whole thing is about. Okay, so some concrete examples Joseph Murphy is giving. That is, a famous scientist, Frederick von Strand-Drozitz, that is a chemist, a famous chemist. Now, he was learning about the benzene, the structure of the benzene. I think in my 11th standard, we learned something about the structure of the benzene, and in colleges, we have learned a lot about the structure of the benzene ring. That is, it is hexagonal in shape. And when you are in a hurry, when there is no time to draw a hexagonal shape, you simply put a circle, which also means the benzene ring. Okay, and the structure of the benzene ring is the fundamental thing. To find out, because based on that, we have developed a lot of chemicals and we have learnt a lot from this. But when Frederick was working with the structure of the benzene ring, he never knew that it was in the form of a hexagon, or he never knew that it is in the complete ring. So he thought of so many designs. The funny part is, the whole of benzene, it has only 6 carbon and 6 hydrogen, C6H6, that's all. A very simple formula. But to come out with a concrete structure for this C6H6 benzene, it took so many years for him. And apart from that, he was so perplexed that he left the thing as it is. He left it. And one day when he was in London, and so one day when he was traveling, when he boarded a London bus, his subconscious mind presented his conscious mind with a sudden flash of a snake biting its own tail, okay, and turning around like a pinwheel, like a wheel. It is turning like a wheel. So, while he was traveling by bus, he saw, as a flash, he got the structure of a snake biting its own tail, the tip of the tail, with its mouth. So it gives a complete circle, isn't it? And that gave him the impetus to find out the structure of the benzene. We always say benzene ring. We don't simply say benzene, because when you talk about the structure. Okay, benzene ring. And how did he get the idea? Only by after getting the flash of this picture. And long ago, all the Siddhas, they had felt the presence of the Kundalini Shakti in the form of a very thin snake. Okay, Kundalini, it means snake, which doesn't move. So, how did the Siddhas describe the structure of the Kundalini? They said in the Mooladhara chakra there is a small tiny Shivaling, and in that ling part of the Shivaling, a snake with a very thin body, it is coiling around the Shivaling into 3.5 times. Okay, and then the tip of the tail is inside the mouth of the snake. The snake is holding the tip of its own tail, and by holding it only, that 3.5 circle is intact in the ling part. And once the tail comes out of the mouth of the snake, then there is no end to it. It is the whole body is uncoiled and it goes into the chakras. The rest of the story is different. Okay, so why I am connecting this and this is how Frederick got the idea about the structure of the Benzi. Okay, so who helped him finally? His subconscious mind, isn't it? Like that. Then Nikola Tesla. All of you might have heard about Nikola Tesla. If you go to internet, you get stories and stories about his inventions. And he was a brilliant electrical scientist. This AC/DC current and many of the machines which are operated by the electricity, all these machines were designed by him. And what I am attracted towards him is his strong intention, or his strong idea about the 3 numbers 3, 6, 9. He was so fond of these 3 numbers. He said these 3 numbers are the numbers from the universe. So when you have one of these 3 or 2 or 3, all the 3, it's a matter of luck. And I read somewhere that this Tesla used to hire a room in a hotel when he goes out only if the number of the room has either 3 or 6 or 9. He used to ask for such numbers and occupy the rooms, it seems. So to that extent he was impressed by the 3 numbers 3, 6 and 9. Okay, so such a great scientist. Now he says, let us read in his own words what he has said. Tesla said, invariably my device works as I imagined it should be. So he designed a lot of machines, and all these machines are working as per his imagination. Okay, in 20 years there has not been a single exception. So whatever he imagined, in whichever way he wanted the machine to operate, that way he could do it, that way he could design it. And all these things, he says, I owe it to my subconscious mind. He says all the ideas, most of the strong ideas, I got it only from my subconscious mind. Okay, then there is one more example, that is Professor Agassiz. Now he was a distinguished American naturalist. He discovered the indefatigable, that is there is no fatigue. Okay, indefatigable, that is fatigue means tiredness, becoming tired. That is, his subconscious mind will never become tired. It never goes to sleep. 24/7 it is active. We have already seen it, isn't it? So this Professor Agassiz, he was a famous paleontologist. He was working on a fossil fish. Okay, and he knew the power of his subconscious mind. And after his death, his widow wife wrote in her biography about her husband, how he could connect the dots by taking the suggestions from his subconscious mind. She has written like this in her biography. Reported by his widow in her biography of her famous husband. He had been for 2 weeks striving to decipher the somewhat obscure impression of a fossil fish on the stone slab in which it was preserved. So a fish got fossilized on a stone, and this man, he got it and he was trying to get the full details, but he could not. So finally he gave it up and he went to sleep. And in that sleep, when he was asleep, he got a dream showing the full picture of the fossil fish. So many things were missing. In a fossil, you will not get the whole body preserved. All the soft part of the body will be eaten away by the bacteria. Okay, only the hard parts will be preserved. And that too, all the parts need not be preserved. If everything is preserved, then it becomes a very easy job for the scientists to understand. But here, so many things were missing. And all these missing things were shown in the form of a full fish in his dream. But he realized in his dream itself that what he is searching for is here. But by the time he opened his eyes, it went away. He came out of the dream state, and so the picture went away. And on the second day also, when he went to sleep, he got the same picture. And he woke up and he went in search of a notebook and pencil so that he can quickly draw all the missing parts as he is seeing in his dream. But by the time he came out of the bed, he came out of the dream state, and so the dream vanished. Then on the third day, see, he is thinking, last 2 days I am getting the dream about the fish, fossil fish, with full details. Maybe today also I will get it. If I get it today, I am not going to leave it. So I am going to keep a paper and pencil ready by the side of my bed, and I am going to sleep. He planned it that way. And as he planned, he got in his sleep the full details of the fossil fish. So as he was sleeping, he took the paper and he noted down everything. And in the morning when he woke up, when he fitted all these things into his fossil fish, everything matched perfectly well. So finally, who got him the full picture? Only his subconscious mind. Okay. Accordingly, see, towards morning, the fish reappeared in his dream, confusedly at first, but at last with such distinctness that he had no longer any doubt as to its zoological characters. All the details were there in his dream fish. That is in the picture of the fish which he dreamt. Okay, so it is the work of his subconscious mind. Okay, so when wholly exposed, it corresponded with his dream and in his drawing, with his dream and his drawing, and he succeeded in classifying it with ease. So a scientist could succeed only because of the help from his subconscious mind. Okay, like that. Another example. Dr. Frederick Banting, a brilliant Canadian physician and surgeon, he was concentrating his attention on the ravages of diabetes. That time they did not have any medicine for diabetes. So he was spending all his time to find out a medicine to cure the disease. So he spent a lot of time, but he was not getting an answer. Then one night he was exhausted, and fell asleep. While asleep, his subconscious mind instructed him to extract the residue from the degenerated pancreatic duct of dogs. So in his dream, his subconscious mind gave him the answer. You take the extract of the pancreatic duct, because now we know that in the pancreas there are two types of cells, alpha cells and beta cells, and beta cells are the ones which secrete insulin. Now we know. That time he didn't know. So he was trying very hard to connect the dots. But finally, who helped him? His subconscious mind. This was the origin of insulin, which has helped millions of people. Okay. Like that it goes. So your subconscious mind is timeless and spaceless. Go to sleep believing you have the answer. Do not postulate the answer in the future. Okay. No need to postulate. The subconscious mind will show you exactly what it is. What is the answer? Have an abiding faith in the outcome. Become convinced now, as you read this book, that there is an answer and a perfect solution for you for all your problems, provided you are ready to depend on your subconscious mind. This is the essence of this video. This is why Dr. Murphy included so many examples about the scientist in this book for our benefit. And I am doing the book review. I am giving you all the details of this as it is written here, because I want to impress upon you that it is your subconscious mind which can help you in solving all your problems. Okay. There are so many examples, and so see, I will never cease to marvel. A scientist has written, I will never cease. I will never stop. Cease means stop. I will never stop to marvel at the wonders of the subconscious mind. Truly, it has ways we know not of. That is, we do not know in what are all the ways our subconscious mind can help us. Okay, and how archaeologists and paleontologists reconstruct ancient scenes. See, archaeologists, they dig and they take out a lot of structures which will help them to connect the dots. And that is how we have learnt about Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Indus Valley civilization. So many things the archaeologists have dug and they have taken, they have connected, and they have given us a lot of details. Because see, which exist, how do we know now how the people some 20,000 years back, how did they live? We do not know. Nobody could have seen it. That was the time when there was no pen and paper to write, no computer to store the materials. They lived a happy life and they went. But now people are digging into the buried part of the earth. They bring out so many things and they tell us, see, look, this is how those people had lived. And it was a marvelous thing for them to lead a life with no technology whatsoever. I still remember talking about, I think, Mohenjo-daro and Harappa civilization. My history teacher had taught, it was there in the book also, that they had separate outlets for the wastewater to go. They had separate rooms. See, now we think that we are having a very luxurious life. No doubt, yes. But the same kind of life they also lived with the facilities whatever they could have at that time. Okay, so this is how all the scientists, they learned, they came out of many things not by their conscious thinking. Everything had come out from their subconscious mind. So what is the underlying principle in this? Whatever you want to achieve, you turn to your subconscious mind, it will give you. That's all. Okay, so this is the essence of this video, and this is the essence of the whole book, right? So it is now up to you. It's in your hands. It's up to you to make use of your subconscious mind and become great people. And even if you cannot contribute much to the world, at least do some. You can do a lot of help by solving all your problems to yourself as well as to the family members, to the kith and kin around you. That is enough, isn't it? So may God give you the strength to turn to your subconscious mind to get all your answers. May God bless you. May your subconscious mind bless you. Bye.